Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we have new updates, new info regarding MCC Twitch Rivals. This is now the upcoming MCC event taking place on June 1st in Rotterdam, in person of course. We have the casters supposedly announced now, the team that'll be, talking throughout the event. And then we also have a substitute because Rendog, unfortunately, I am fairly sure at least, had passport issues, which means that he is no longer able to play. For those of you who don't know, Rendog, I'm fairly sure is South African. I could be wrong, which means he is in fact not European, which means that he does need to check his passport very well for international travels. So, yes, either way, let's get into the information. Starting off with, I'll just start with the substitute. Substitute being CamBam010. Now, some of you may be unfamiliar. I don't really know how long Cam's been doing content or how long they've been doing stuff, but Cam is in a relationship with Scott, and I assume, presumably at least, Cam will be the substitute for Ren wherever that spot on a team may be. We don't really know anything regarding teams yet, of course. I'm sure the players are either already aware or partially aware of who they might be teamed up with. Also, something to note is that Cam is from the Misadventures SMP as well, so they are going to be familiar with Minecraft, at least to an extent, which is very cool. And yeah, another new person entering the MCC sphere, the MCC bubble, for this event, alongside a bunch of other either new faces, returning faces, people from Rising, just a very, very wicked roster across the board this time around. If you're unfamiliar with this whole roster together, go watch the most recent previous video from me talking about MCC Twitch Rivals. All of them are just going to be called MCC Twitch Rivals from the past month or so. Furthermore, though, we now should be aware of our two casters and our presenter, as I think the correct terminology to use for this. They'll be announced at some point as well, but it is interesting to take a look at now as well, because we have the information. Ian Chambers is coming back after doing the casting for last year's Twitch Rivals in Rotterdam. He was the presenter, I'm fairly sure. Seems like for the NA ones we get Wavepunk, and then for the EU ones we get Ian Chambers. So sure, he did a good job. So hey, cool. And then in terms of the casters, we will get Jojo, I think. At least that's what it seems like. Jojo was added to this list. Jojo was not on here before, unless Jack is now a caster, but I assume Jojo is casting this time around, which is very exciting, of course. Jojo has done Twitch Rivals casting in the past. I don't know if Jojo had done an MCC one before. Maybe Jojo did one of the NA ones, but Jojo played the EU one last year, so maybe Jojo did maybe the first NA one or the second, I don't know. And then also we have a new addition, being Wadebox, which is a very exciting appearance on this list, because Wade, I think, has been a bit more of a recent casting talent across events and stuff. Most recently, Wade and CC, hi MCC that is, did the casting for Origins, for the Origins Pride event. But previously, I'm fairly sure they've also done it for, I want to say, Buy-in Battle, but I could be wrong. So it's exciting to see Wade make his way into a more official casting position like this one. I'm very interested in seeing a lot of the Rising folk make a secondary appearance so far, I guess, in this event specifically, with Wade being a caster, Maddie coming back as well from Rising 2, and we have Avid as well. Avid making his return after Rising 3, that is. Regardless, this is all the info we have for now. My assumption is that the team announcements for this event, assuming they are 2 weeks in advance again, which, considering all the players are known, etc., they might be 2 weeks in advance again. The announcement for teams is either the Thursday and Friday next week, which would be, let me take a look very quickly. That would be either the 15th and 16th of May, or if they do it the week before the event, it would be the 22nd and 23rd of May. So, potentially, considering Blockware's announcements schedule is already known, we could have almost a full week of team announcements next week, which would be very exciting. Also, just two exciting events back to back, right? Blockware's Brawl has 3 days of team announcements, and then MCC has 2. So, very fun. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Now you're caught up on who's playing in this event. I'll try to update the tier list if I remember. We'll see. I might make another updated prediction thing for this on the Wolfeei but more channel, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you later. Goodbye.